Hey there, and welcome to Binky Files. I'm your host, Binky. Today we're going to be talking about the Anna Kepner case, and it's a tough one. So let's get started. Um, Today we're stepping onto a Carnival cruise ship where the music was loud, the drinks were flowing, and a Florida family from Titusville was supposed to be celebrating. But somewhere between the laughter, the ocean breezes, and the shuffle of passengers heading back to their cabins, something went terribly wrong. By sunrise, November 7th, 18-year-old Anna Kepner would be found dead, hidden under a bed in the cabin she shared with her two teenage brothers, one her half-brother and the other her 16-year-old stepbrother. The investigation that followed did not only expose a crime, it cracked a family wide open. This is the story of Anna Kepner and the family vacation that ended in murder. The Carnival Horizon left Miami in early November 2025. It held more than 5,000 passengers on board, families, couples, retirees, and teenagers thrilled to be on their first big trip without the weight of school obligations and responsibilities. Among them was Anna Kepner, a bright, athletic 18-year-old cheerleader from Florida. She was traveling with her father, Christopher Kepner, and her stepmother, Chantel Hudson, along with other members of her blended family. For Anna, this was a celebration, a break before the next chapter of her life. But within days, everything would unravel. On the night of November 6th, the ship was alive. There's karaoke, casinos, late night pizza, the hum of engines pushing through ocean waters. Anna returned to her cabin that she shared with her brothers that evening. But by morning, November 7th, Anna was missing. Her father began searching the ship right away, asking staff, retracing steps. Where is Anna? Hours would pass before the grim discovery no parent should ever have to endure. Anna's body was found hidden underneath one of the beds in the cabin. Federal investigators later determined that Anna died from mechanical asphyxiation, a deliberate killing, and the cabin door had been locked from the inside. Because this crime occurred in international waters, the case fell under federal jurisdiction. The FBI boarded the ship, interviewed passengers, and secured the cabin. The details that emerged were chilling. Anna was alive the night before. She had been she had been in the room with Tomothy Hudson, her stepbrother, and by morning she was gone. The FBI arrested Tomothy Hudson, charging him as an adult with first-degree murder and aggravated SA. These charges were severe, the kind that carry life-altering consequences. But the story didn't end there. The Kepner Hudson family was already complicated before the cruise. At the center was Christopher Kepner, Anna's father, a man who had been fighting for his daughter's safety long before the trip. Court filings, some sealed, hinted at custody disputes, and concerns were raised in the months leading up to the cruise. On the other side was Chantel Hudson, Anna's stepmother and Tomothy Hudson's biological mother. She was thrust into the impossible position of grieving her stepdaughter's death and facing the reality that her own son may have killed her. And then there was Thomas Hudson, Tomothy Hudson's father, part of the broader family dynamic that had been unfolding behind closed doors. The custody battles, the filings, the tension between households, all of it now sat under a national microscope. Despite the severity of these charges, Tomothy Hudson was released. to the custody of an uncle in Brooksville, Florida, with an ankle monitor. This decision stunned many, especially Anna's father, who publicly demanded for answers. How could a teen charged with murder be allowed to go home? Why isn't he being held in jail while awaiting trial? What did investigators know or not know that led to this outcome? Christopher Kepner's grief turned into a mission. He spoke out, insisting that justice needs to be served. He pushed for transparency, thank you, accountability, and answers that still have not come. The Anna Kepner case sits at the intersection of tragedy, family fracture, and systemic complexity. This crime happened in international waters. The suspect is a 16-year-old minor charged as an adult. The family dynamics are layered, emotional, and deeply painful. And through it all, one truth remains. Anna was an 18-year-old girl on a family vacation. She should have come home. Instead, her story is now a case file, one that continues to raise questions about investigative procedures, custody decisions, and cracks in the system that families can sometimes fall through. Anna Kepner did not get justice on that ship. She has not gotten justice yet. But here at Binky Files, her story will not be forgotten. Anna's story deserves more than silence. This bright, beautiful young woman deserves the truth. Thank you for watching.